Hi, I'm Rock.
And I'm Remy.
We saw what went down in The Princess Bride, and we're determined to make something even better. But how do you improve on perfection?
Well, each episode we'll be rating a year of cinema from 1988 all the way through to present day. We'll be taking one director, one actor, and one scene.
We'll then stitch it all together and see if lightning can strike twice.
Welcome to the Fire Swamp.
Hello, and welcome to the first episode of the Fire Swamp podcast with your host, Rock.
I'm Remy.
If it wasn't clear in the intro that you just saw, this is the podcast where we go through a year of cinema each episode, starting from 1987. This episode will be 1988. In each episode, we'll select a director,
An actor,
and a scene.
for good or bad reasons.
We'll then splice it all together and see if we can make something perfect.
Inconceivable!
And if we do, it will escape the Fire Swamp.
And if we don't, it goes into
A bit of despair.
So, welcome.
So, shall we kick things off? Rock, do you want to go for your director for this year?
Yeah, so I'm kicking it off with a cult favourite.
Okay.
Someone who's probably equally as well known for the music that they score for their films as they are their directing talents. And that's John Carpenter for 1988's They Live, starring professional wrestler Rowdy Rodney Piper. Shall I give a bit of a breakdown for
Yeah.
For those who haven't seen it, They Live is about a drifter who comes into town and he finds a special pair of sunglasses. And when he puts them on, he sees all the subliminal messages of the world. Like if he looks at a billboard for Coke, it's like just saying "buy me now" and stuff like that. It's a really cool little idea. It's very Twilight Zone-esque. And he also realizes that the world is slowly being taken over by aliens who are basically controlling humans through these subliminal messages. It's one of those things where the reason I wanted to pick Carpenter is because I don't necessarily think he's got like a really standout signature as a director.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
He's an iconic filmmaker for the films that he's made. And at the same time, he's not like almost like Burton-esque, where you can immediately tell.
Yeah. Or like a Wes Anderson or something. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good comparison. Although I think the closest thing you get to it is when you hear the sound, and that's because John Carpenter composes the music for most of his films. Although in some of his films, like The Thing, you have Ennio Morricone stepping in and stuff like that. But his films are very famous for this kind of synthy sound. I mean, he actually tours and with his son, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And they both do concerts with the music. But I mean, I just think he's an icon. I think he is a true artist and a do-it-yourself director who, although I don't think all of his films are hits by a long shot, the ones that I love, I really love.
Yeah.
And they inspire me to want to do
nice,
something creative.
Yeah.
As well. And so that's the biggest reason why I've picked John Carpenter for this one. Have you seen They Live?
I haven't seen it, but I obviously know it for one of its iconic lines.
Okay.
And I know, is it got Keith David in it?
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, I know that, but no, I haven't seen it, but I have seen clips of it.
And I'm assuming the scene you're talking about is him getting into the bank.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
And I think this film is like, it's part Twilight Zone, part...
I do remember when he has the glasses on, they're very creepy. The look of these.
They're a really
aliens.
cool look. They're a really brilliant
Yeah.
design, and I'd love to know who actually designed them. I don't know who
No, I don't.
designed them, but anyone in the comments do let us know, because it'd be good to know.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, that design hasn't become as famous as like Geiger's
No.
Xenomorph or stuff like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, that is my pick.
Good choice.
We're going for
Good
John
choice.
Carpenter. They Live. Possibly top 3 Carpenter for me.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen more of his films than I have, so
Yeah.
we'll have to dive into that one time.
Yeah, maybe for one of our shorts I can do a Carpenter top 3.
Yeah.
Or something like that. But anyway, actually check that out. We'll do that this week on the shorts over on
YouTube.
YouTube. And we're going
Oh,
Instagram
and
as well,
our
aren't we?
TikTok and our Instagram as well,
Yeah.
yes.
So yeah, what about you, Rem?
So I have gone for Ron Howard for Willow, which I don't know if you...
I've not seen
Okay,
Willow.
you haven't seen it.
I've not seen Willow.
Very, very good film.
Warwick Davis, right?
Warwick Davis,
Yeah.
yep, and a young Val Kilmer as well.
You know, it's funny you bring this up, because quite recently I was quite tempted to buy there's like a 4K restoration.
That's definitely better than the
That's recently been
original.
brought out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very, very good.
I've been tempted. So yeah, so why Willow?
I think it's, for its time, it's actually quite good. And I think it kind of goes along with Ron Howard's. I think like John Carpenter is not a one-way kind of guy when it
I
comes
agree.
to directing.
Yeah, I
Because I
agree.
mean, he's done so many different styles of
Yeah.
films that you can't really go, oh yeah, that's definitely him.
He did Apollo 13, right?
Yes, he did. Yeah, he did Apollo
Do
13.
you know, it's really interesting that we've got Carpenter and Howard, because although thematically their careers are so different, actually they're kind of similar, because they do have a status, but they're not necessarily like, oh, that's them.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like-
It's
At the same time,
but they're
they've
still
made,
two
like,
very well-known people.
and
that-
iconic films
yes,
that they've made.
Yeah. Another reason I chose it as well is because I'm a massive Star Wars fan, and George,
As you'll see.
yeah, as you will find out. And George Lucas helped write the story for it, and he was an executive producer on it. And I think it was off the back of Warwick Davis, because obviously he'd worked with Warwick Davis in Return of the Jedi
As an Ewok.
as an Ewok. So I think that's how he ended up getting the main role in this.
Great.
But I think Ron Howard does a really fantastic job. I do think that now that they've updated it for the 4K version that you were talking about, I think it's really a lot better.
Yeah.
But Val Kilmer's brilliant in it as well. If you like Val Kilmer, which I think we both really, really do.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's got just like a really varied career,
Yeah, yes,
I would
yeah.
say. Obviously, his later stuff, I think when he was going through some troubles himself,
Yeah,
you know, they didn't quite reach the heights of his early stuff.
no, and I think it's one of his probably more forgotten films compared to some of the other stuff he's done since
absolutely.
then. But
Absolutely.
I think he also funny enough, he met his wife while filming this.
Oh,
She's
brilliant.
in the film. But for those of you who haven't seen the film,
Like myself.
it's basically Warwick Davis lives in a little village. He's training to become, I think it's a warlock, and this baby washes up in their village, and Warwick Davis's character is tasked with basically taking this baby to someone responsible who will raise it.
Okay.
But along this journey of trying to find someone responsible, he figures out that this baby is actually meant to be the saviour of the world that they live in.
Right.
And this baby is meant to grow up to defeat the evil sorceress who
So it's
rules over the world.
very like Tolkien-esque.
Yeah, it's proper like old school fantasy. Yeah.
Which is not a not. Like, that's
No,
cool.
no.
Like, it sounds
It's,
quite
it's,
fun.
Yeah, it's a
Sounds
really
quite
good
fun.
little film actually.
And is there like within the adventure? Is there like battles and sword fights?
Yeah, there's
and...
loads of sword fighting.
Oh, cool.
Val Kilmer's character is like a mercenary for hire that's been like left in a cage essentially.
So he's almost like the Aragorn of the
Yeah,
film.
yeah.
Okay,
But
cool.
he's quite. It's not all like, oh, I'm the best. And all, you know. He is a bit of an idiot as well, and a bit stupid and a bit clumsy.
That's fine.
And him and Warwick work really, really well together because then they basically are raising this kid together.
Oh, that's fun.
As they go along this journey. But it's a very, very good film. Proper like old school 80s classic that I definitely recommend if you haven't seen it.
Would you like? So, like, say we were talking about Val Kilmer. Is it like top 3 Kilmer for you, or probably not?
I wouldn't say top 3. No.
So what would be a top 3 Kilmer? Because we'll leave the John Carpenter top 3 for the shorts. But
Yeah,
let's,
sure.
Let's get in a Kilmer top 3.
For me, it's got to be Tombstone.
Oh yeah,
Is number 1.
Doc Holliday.
As Doc Holliday, I
Phenomenal
think he is
performance.
That's probably one of my favourite Western films. Absolutely incredible in that. I love him in Top Gun as Iceman. I don't think you...
2 incredibly iconic roles off the bat.
Yeah. And
then I'm assuming Batman Forever. Great. So what we're going to do is...
actually, I was going to say Batman Forever. Yeah, I actually was.
Oh, wow.
I know, obviously, when we get to 95, you'll see why we're laughing so much, and you
Okay.
probably already know. But obviously,
You like the nipples. You love the bat nipples.
Oh, yes, obviously. I adore Batman, and for an actor that I absolutely love, regardless as to how the film turned out, to have an actor that I love playing a character I adore, I can't really say no to that.
Yeah, no,
So-
I get it. And to be fair, like, for all its flaws with
He
Batman
tried his
Forever,
best.
and also you have got a cracking, like, double performance of Tommy Lee Jones and Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
in the
it's a
role,
shame
like,
that they deserved better.
very, very, like, camp and cheesy, but actually, when you're in the right mood, it works.
Yes, it does.
works. So Tombstone is both our number 1. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang
Yes.
is my number 2. I think that's really underrated, that film.
Yeah.
I think that's actually also my favourite Robert Downey Jr. film. But yeah, so Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and then the third one, I'm just going to say this because I know it's going to make my dad very happy. I'll say Batman Forever too.
Really? Okay.
Also because I can't sit here and think about Kilmer films all day.
No.
But...
I thought you were going to say Heat or something, but yeah.
Oh no!
No, too late, you've left.
Oh, no.
Too late.
I just could have thought for like a minute and I
No,
would have
no.
gone to Heat.
You went with your heart, and that's good, not with your mind. And you
Oh
thought,
no! You bastard. Okay. Can I just get number 1
no,
quickly?
No.
All right, well, Batman Forever is then. Okay, so we're going to... What are we doing now?
We'll move on to our actors now, yeah?
Okay, so we've got John Carpenter. Oh, and we should say I've definitely put John Carpenter in for good reasons.
Yes, and I've also put in Ron Howard for good reasons.
Okay, I'm going to mix things up.
There we go.
Okay, and it's a very little known film that I promise you, probably if you've never heard of it, you're about to, but you may think this is like an April Fool's joke. It's not. This episode is not coming out on April 1st. This is a real film. And it's called Hell Comes to Frogtown.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And it stars Rowdy Rodney Piper from They Live. You see?
Okay.
So we got a
Little
transition
connection there.
here.
That's probably where the connections
Oh,
end.
okay. Now, I don't want to get this podcast cancelled before it gets going, but I'm going to try and explain.
Please don't lose the viewers.
I'm going to try and explain what Hell Comes to Frogtown is about. So it's a dystopian world.
Yeah.
I think it's been destroyed by nuclear warfare.
Okay.
And people have become mutated into these like frog people. Not all of them, some of them. There's still a governing body who are very concerned because there's very few fertile women in the world across the deserted land.
Stay with us, people.
They arrest Rowdy Roddy Piper, who is a sexual deviant.
Okay.
Who happens to be incredibly fertile. How they found this out, I do not know.
Probably best to know.
It's like first 5 minutes of the film, we need to fertilise these women. Rowdy Roddy Piper's the guy to do it. And so they basically, they don't just arrest Rowdy. They, under lock and key, arrest his genitals.
Okay.
Like a chastity belt.
Right.
And then it's their job, the government's job, to take Rowdy across the land to find these women, to save them.
And repopulate.
Okay. The thing, yeah.
Wow.
It sounds very...
Bad?
I was going to say rapey, but yeah, bad is a very good word for it as well. But these women seem incredibly happy because... if you're a woman and you get pregnant this time, you're like treated like a queen because of how like rare it is.
I see.
And so actually like these women who are like traveling across this dystopian land, having to fend from like the frog people and God knows what else, this is like an opportunity then for them to literally be saved. It is... I promise you this is true. This is a real film.
It does sound like you've just made it up.
I have not made it up.
Actually, it's too weird to make it up.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, yeah, so it's a real film. It's definitely not to be taken seriously. It is a ridiculous film. Starring...
I don't think you have to clarify that. I think just you describing it was enough.
Well, I don't know. People might be hearing it and think
thinking,
like...
oh, straight on the old watch list. Yeah.
There's Schindler's List, Godfather, Hell Comes to Frogtown. Yeah. So I'm picking Rowdy Roddy Piper because... I mean, this is all for bad reasons. This film is just ridiculous. It's good fun in like a so bad it's good kind of way.
This sounds like a typical cheesy
B-movie. Borderline Roger Corman. Roger Corman may have been involved. Roger Corman is like someone who's very famous for reusing film sets and
I see.
Like producing real crap B-movies. But I've got I do quite like some Roger Corman stuff. By the way, our tastes are going to be all over the place in this series. We like kind of everything.
Yeah, I'd say we cover every genre.
Yeah. I think probably knowledge-wise, you're going to peak at the Star Wars.
Star Wars and Batman.
And then I'm more the horror.
Yeah, horror anime.
Kind of guy.
This is more your wheelhouse.
But I think the benefit of having someone like Rowdy Rodney Piper, again, who is a professional wrestler in the role, it really aids you not taking this seriously.
Yeah, I was going to say, because you don't want someone serious.
No, you really don't. This, like, especially when it's about fertilizing women and it's just utter ridiculousness.
Yes.
You really need someone who's going to go in there, cut a few promos, like kick some frog people's butts, and then get the girls and leave.
Yeah.
You know. There you go. Hopefully I've educated you a bit today.
Yeah.
Right?
Wouldn't say I imagine it's my watch list, but yes, you have educated me.
Okay.
So thank
fine.
you.
That's fine. And what about yourself?
Okay, so I'm going to bring things back to reality now.
Fair enough.
I don't know how you top that, but I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
So I've chosen Tom Hanks for Big.
Right.
Which
I mean, it's a phenomenal performance.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I mean, for those of you who haven't seen the film...
Down, baby, down.
So essentially it's about a boy who goes to the carnival one day, wants to go on a roller coaster and is told he's not big enough. So he finds this Zoltar fortune-telling machine.
Yes, right.
And he just wishes to be big. A little card pops out and says, your wish has been granted, and he doesn't think anything else of it. Goes home, wakes up the next morning, and... his
wishes come true.
Yeah, goes into the bathroom, realises, what the heck, I'm now Tom Hanks.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Is that a line from the film? Oh my god, I'm Tom Hanks.
yeah, don't quote me on it. But yeah, so essentially he's now a child stuck in an adult's body. He goes and tries to explain it to his mum, who thinks that he's some kind of intruder.
She like screams,
And,
doesn't
yeah,
she?
and tries to stab him and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So he flees the home, and the only person he thinks that might understand is his best friend, who's at school. So he finds his best friend. He finally managed to convince him through a song that it's him, and essentially he kind of lives out a really, really cool life, like every kid's kind of dream life.
Yeah, it's
Doesn't he?
yeah, it's a really clever borderline like culture clash film where you've got this kid being introduced into the adult world,
Yeah.
and actually his childlike mind brings with it some really great lessons for adults.
Yes.
And at the same time, it's quite a maturing experience for him.
Yeah, because I mean, he basically just looks in the newspaper and sees that there's a job going at a toy company, and he doesn't think. He just immediately thinks toys perfect. I'm a kid. I love toys, and he works his way from the bottom up to the top, and eventually becomes a toy tester.
Yeah.
And it's such a beautiful little story.
Do you know? I
throughout.
love that because, like, were you a big like action figure kid?
Yes.
Yeah. So, were there like those action figures that you just something about them, like a trait of them that you hated?
Yeah, it just did something, and you're like, why?
Yeah, like I always used to hate those like action figures there where they have like a choppy hand or something like
Yeah.
that. It's like, why do you want a figure that can just do one thing
Yeah.
over and over and over again?
Because I think there's that scene in the film, isn't it? Where
That's my point.
It's a building that turns into a robot,
Yeah.
and he's just like, okay,
Yeah.
now what?
And I think it very much, like for me, when I was younger watching it, it really connected to that blossoming geek
Yes.
of like, yeah, I don't like it when toys do that either.
Yeah.
And it's like the contribution he gives is so like uplifting.
Yeah. But his performance is brilliant.
Oh, it's
He plays
It's
he
amazing.
plays being a child stuck inside an adult's body so well.
Yeah, it's incredible.
He did a lot of like those old school like films like Joe versus Volcano and
Yeah.
Big and things like that, where he plays. He proves that he can be very, very serious at times, and very, very funny, and it's brilliant.
Yeah, and
Absolutely
it's
brilliant.
interesting because he kind of brought back that childish glee when he started doing Woody and
Yes.
stuff like that again, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's just such a phenomenal performance, and it's I don't know if that was pre Sleepless in Seattle. I don't know if he.
I think it was.
Yeah, because he was Oscar nominated for this, wasn't he? But
Yes.
lost out to.
Did he lose?
Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman, yes.
For
for
Rain
Rain
Man.
Man, yeah.
I think Big was directed by Penny Marshall. But
Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
right,
okay,
yeah.
Oh, it's such a great film, and if you haven't seen it, it's like also like for all the family.
Oh,
It's
definitely.
like you do
yeah.
show your kids because
Yeah.
this was a big one for me.
Very
growing up.
quotable.
Yeah.
Loads of memorable scenes, and there's probably a lot of it if you haven't seen it that you've either had quoted to you, or you've seen clips of it somewhere.
Yeah, I was surprised because I thought you might have picked the chopstick scene for your scene
Yeah, it is very.
because
very
I was
good, that-
tempted.
yeah,
I was tempted to do that.
very iconic scene. That's probably the most iconic scene from the film, I'd say.
Yeah, where basically he and his new boss jump on this big
It's a piano
keyboard,
that's on
isn't
the
it?
floor. Yeah.
and they do the chopsticks with their feet. It's great fun. Yeah, brilliant. Can't
Yeah.
fault that performance. Absolutely superb.
Yeah. So now we shall move on to our scenes.
Yeah, so my scene is again from a film I don't think you've seen, and I think you might have to apologise for this one.
Yeah, I probably will.
It's Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
You've not seen it, have you?
Don't hate me, please.
Shame. I feel like we should do the whole we should have a Game of Thrones segment.
Yes.
You know, just walking down the
Shame.
street, I'll just be behind you with a bell.
Shame. Shame.
No, I know it's been on your watch list for
It has.
donkeys. And I'm picking a very, well, it's sexy.
Yeah.
It's sexy.
I haven't seen it, but I know where this is
It's
going.
Jessica Rabbit, who is a cartoon. Hence my hesitation with calling it sexy. But it is
No,
what
no,
it
no.
is.
You're right.
Yeah, it
You
is
are
what
right.
it is. But she's quite possibly like the hottest cartoon.
No, I'll go with that, and I'm sure everyone else would say that.
I mean, there's probably a lot of anime fans out there right now.
Oh,
that are
true,
like,
yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's
But,
true.
I mean, she's up there, man. She's amazing. The film is phenomenal. It is a classic.
It's Bob Hoskins, isn't it?
Bob Hoskins plays a private detective who is hired by Roger Rabbit, who is a famous cartoon actor. So we're in a world where all the cartoons we consume and watch on TV, they've actually got their own world called Toontown, I think. And so like all your Mickey Mouses and everyone, Bugs Bunny and everything, they live in this world. And you get like humans and cartoons crossing into each other's worlds. Bob Hoskins is hired by Roger Rabbit to look for his wife, Jessica Rabbit, and investigate some suspicions he has. And it's very reminiscent of like old Gumshoe, film noir.
Yeah.
It's got all of those kind of references in it. Christopher Lloyd plays an all-time classic villain in this, which gave, myself included, many children nightmares like, as growing up. It's the interaction as well between the live action and the animated was just groundbreaking.
No, I've seen clips of it and I know exactly what you mean.
It was absolutely groundbreaking. I mean, I know previous to this, obviously, you've got work with stop motion integrating into live action, like Clash of the Titans and that kind of stuff. And then actually in Mary Poppins, you've got a famous dance with penguins.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
But this just takes the whole thing to the next level. And I can't wait for you to watch it.
No, I really, really will.
Because I know you're going to love it.
Yeah.
I know you're going to love it. But the scene is Jessica Rabbit in her nightclub singing a sexy, sultry song to the crowd. It's very memorable. And so I've picked that. Which I've just realised is going to make...
one heck of a combination.
This is going to be a very disturbing idea.
I think we know where it's going to end up.
Yeah, so it's surviving. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll get there. So your scene.
Yes, so my scene is from a film called The Great Outdoors, which...
I've never seen it.
So Dan Aykroyd, John Candy.
Okay.
But the scene I've specifically chosen is they're in this cabin on a lake in America on a family holiday, and a bat gets into their cabin.
Okay.
And they're sent in to kill this bat. But obviously this film...
Who's this? Who? Dan Aykroyd?
Dan Aykroyd and John Candy are sent in as the dads of the families.
I can imagine this already.
As in, like, go in and take out the bat.
Very National Lampoons.
Yeah, it's just your proper old school humour of just...
And what's it called? The Great Outdoors?
The Great Outdoors,
okay,
yeah.
No, I've not seen it. Yeah.
And they kind of wrap themselves up because they don't want to get rabies or anything. So they're like... I think Dan Aykroyd's got a wicker basket on his head, and they've taped like hockey sticks and tennis rackets together, so you've got to try and like hit it. And the family are watching on the other side of the door, and they're basically it shows from their perspective what they're seeing, and it's just this bat's flying around, and Dan Aykroyd they're hitting each other because they're doing it in the dark as well, because they think if we do it in the dark, the bat will come out.
Okay.
And it's just brilliant. It's such a fantastic little film. It's, if you haven't seen it, it's basically John Candy is a very like down to earth family man who decides to he's not got any sort of like luxuries in life, I would say. So their like annual family holiday is going down to this lake house. for this year, they decide to invite his brother-in-law, played by Dan Aykroyd, who's this really rich, wealthy guy, rocks up in a brand new Mercedes, and is all about the high lifestyle and can't understand.
I'm already trying to piece together your film and what. Okay,
there's logic to my choices.
Okay,
I assure you.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, basically, and then it's just them on this family holiday with John Candy trying to make the best of it, but things are a bit crap at times, very cheap and tacky, and he's got his brother-in-law in his ear moaning about how it smells, or he doesn't like this, or he's not used to that.
Okay.
But it's a very good little family film.
And it is family friendly.
Definitely. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's great. Yeah, I've not, like, was it a particularly big film?
I don't think it was a big film. No, I think when you compare it to other films that they have.
So I'm not getting the Shane Walk.
No Shane Walk this time.
I feel like I was closer to the Shane Walk with Willow because I know there's a big.
Yeah,
there's a big fan.
We're not off to a great start, I must say. That
no,
we've both picked multiple films,
but we've all got
seen.
them.
Oh, we do.
We've all got them. So there's many of you who haven't seen a Schindler's List or Citizen Kane or whatever. But it's all right. We're all accepting here. We're just fans.
Go easy on us.
Right.
So now comes the time.
We're at the end of it all. Do you want to piece yours together? Or shall I piece mine together first?
I really want you to. I really want to see how you try and piece this.
No,
together.
I don't think we need. Actually, should we not do mine this week?
No, we're doing it.
Okay,
we're doing it.
Fine. Right. Well,
try and convince us how this is going to make a perfect film.
You've got John Carpenter.
Yep.
Directing, Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Yep. Yeah.
Should we stop there?
No.
All right.
Really
well,
that.
Okay. I didn't think this one properly through, but it does mean that indeed Rowdy Roddy Piper is now taking over the role of Jessica Rabbit.
Yes.
Singing and dancing.
You have made that film so much less sexy now.
Well,
actually, yeah.
You say in the comments.
Who you're asking. Someone's at home going, yes.
Yeah, exactly. And do you know what? Thank you. Thank you. It's going in the pit of despair, isn't it?
100% it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Pit of despair.
He's got great legs, though.
It doesn't matter.
He's a wrestler.
I don't think that's
like he's used to having his kit off, so it might even get a bit more risque than the cartoon.
I still don't think they're saving it. No.
I think it's a mistake, but it's okay. All right, fine. Pit of despair it is.
Yep.
All right. Sorry, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, starring Rowdy Roddy Piper, directed by John Carpenter. The score for that film would be wild. Wow. Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd like to see it, but still doesn't make it a great film.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
All right, fine.
Sorry.
Well, so I failed this week. So let's go to yours.
Okay, so I've got Ron Howard
Yeah.
directing Tom Hanks in The Great Outdoors.
Yes.
Which
sounds fine.
Yeah, I mean, you've got Ron Howard. Yes, he has directed Tom Hanks because he directed him in Apollo 13, but hadn't obviously directed him at that point. But I think it could work only on the basis of Tom Hanks. I have debated as to which character I'd swap him out for, Dan Aykroyd's or John Candy's.
Who are you going for? Because I think that's going to be that's going to be the clinch for me.
I would say I'd swap him out for John Candy's character, which I know probably doesn't help. But you haven't seen things like The Burbs, have you?
I've not seen The Burbs.
Which
I've seen, like Joe versus.
Yeah, you've seen the other stuff he's done around that time.
I've never seen The Burbs. Haven't they recently made a TV show of that?
Have they?
Yeah,
wow.
I think they've just like remade it into a TV show.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Oh, but anyway, the character that Tom Hanks plays in that and sort of similar to Big. I think if you combined those two characters that he plays in both those films, I could see it working in this as well. Oh, and stuff like The Money Pit. Have you seen that film?
No.
Oh, that's a good Tom Hanks film. But I do think he has that comedic
Wait,
ability.
who else is in the Money Pit?
Not
I've not seen the Money Pit.
anyone.
I've
that I
not
can
seen the
think
Money
of.
Pit.
It's basically he just buys a big mansion that slowly falls apart.
No, not seen the Money Pit.
But anyway, the character. I think Tom Hanks has proven that he can play a very comedic, funny character. So I think he could take over the John Candy role. That's not diminishing that John Candy does a bad job in this, because he really doesn't.
So is that your final?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to say he replaces.
Right.
In my opinion, I think that really works, and I'd love to. I hope that you guys think the same. And if you do, please back me up, because he is about to send this to the pit of despair.
Look.
Please
right,
help
by
me.
the way, we both have to agree.
Yes.
Okay. So even if I think that it deserves to succeed, and Remy feels like it's the pit of despair every time, we both have to agree
It has
on
to
it
be
surviving.
unanimous.
Right. You had me until you picked John Candy.
I thought so.
And I'll tell you why. Now, bear in mind, I've not seen it. So I feel like I'm a little bit off the rails here. But if you were to say to me that there's a film starring John Candy and Tom Hanks, for me personally, that would be way more exciting than hearing about an older film starring Tom Hanks and Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah.
And that's because I love John Candy.
No, that's fair enough.
So it's not like... I don't even think it's what you suggest is like bad. It's going to work. It's Tom Hanks. Like, guy can pretty much do anything. But I'm not sure it necessarily makes it better. And that's the point. That's very much the point of this podcast. Is to see if we can make something closer to perfection, aka The Princess Bride.
Yeah.
So it's the pit of despair. It's joining. It
doesn't deserve to be in the pit of despair with whatever the heck you just came up with. It really doesn't.
The frog people are pulling it down.
No.
It's clawing on, but it's not making it.
What about if I quickly switch it now to...
No.
Pit of despair.
Okay,
You didn't give me heat.
true.
I'm going to hold on to that.
I'm glad you didn't take that personally.
we'll get to like episode 10 and I'll be like, you didn't give me heat.
You're still going on about it. Okay, pit of despair.
It's the pit of despair, but I will say yours was a better effort than
far
mine.
better. Far better. But we'd love to know what you guys think and see if you...
Absolutely.
I mean, I know what you're going to say about Rock's choices. That's obvious, but...
Schindler's List, Hell Comes to Frogstown,
Citizen Kane,
Godfather.
Yeah.
I know too.
Yeah.
Right. So we should wrap this up, shouldn't we?
Yes.
So
pretty unsuccessful in terms of making a perfect film, but
Yeah.
we hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless, and we hope that you will come back and
we
join us.
we take our job seriously.
We do.
And we've got one last thing before we go.
Yes.
Where we like to finish off each of these episodes. Do you want to explain what we do?
So each episode it'd be wrong of us not to pick our favourite films of each year. So at the end of the episode, we're just going to quickly go over our favourite films.
And this year, obviously, being 1988. So, Remy, what is your favourite film of 1988?
So my favourite film of 1988 is The Land Before Time.
Great.
Which, for someone who, I was about to say growing up, loved...
I so love you've picked this.
Yeah.
Because it just is so you.
Yeah. As for me, it's
like
like
your
Star
child-
Wars, Batman, dinosaurs, and
it's like your childhood in a nutshell.
it really
isn't it?
is. Yeah, and I was absolutely obsessed with this film as a kid. I used to watch this kind of back to back with Jurassic Park.
I actually know you love this film so much. I bought you some little trinkets, didn't I,
you
for
did.
your Crocs?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's if you haven't seen it, it's basically a animated film about a little I think he's a brachiosaurus called Littlefoot, who is on this journey to get to this valley where there's all these other dinosaurs there and they can live in peace and there's plenty of food. And he's now making this journey to get to this valley, but along the way he makes other friends that are all baby dinosaurs of other breeds and species, and they form a really close-knit little group, and it's basically children trying to navigate this terrifying world where there's the potential for danger, and all they're learning as they go.
You love a journey movie,
I
don't
do.
you?
I do.
You love people
Yeah.
going off on an adventure.
And I think it has, and I really hope that I don't sound weird by saying this, but I really think it has one of those things that you see in a film that when it comes to food,
you told me this
where you're like, I need to know what that tastes like. Like your Krabby Patties and your things like that.
You said before, isn't it something like a star fruit?
No, it's called a tree star.
Tree star, okay.
Essentially,
okay.
it's just a big leaf.
Okay.
It's just a big leaf, but they make this leaf look like it's the best thing you'll ever eat in your entire life. I need to know what this tree star tastes like, and I really hope it's not just me.
I bet you anything there's even a word for this.
Yeah,
bet
it's
there's
like
a
the
name.
forbidden fruit.
Yeah, for people who like get hungry at the sight of like cartoon food.
Yeah.
Because I remember watching like the Pokemon 90s cartoons, and I remember their fruit always looked amazing.
Yeah. There's something about animated food, because you can make it whatever you want.
Yeah, and also like the foley of it, so like the sounds it has when they bite in, it all is pleasing.
Really sells it.
It's all like visually
Yeah.
and like the sound of it is pleasing. I've got to see this again.
Yes, you do.
Because I've not seen it since I was, when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, and I've not seen it again. It kind of a lot of those films kind of blend in to one. Like I think there was a film called like Gulliver's Travels.
The Little Mice,
yeah. And so like all of those kind of like
I know what you mean.
they kind of have formed in my mind.
I mean, I think there's about. I thought there was only about 3 or 4 of them, but I want to say they got up to like 9,
Wow.
10 of them, which I haven't seen the more newer ones, but
I feel like from everything you've said, like Ice Age have really taken over that market.
yes, unfortunately they have, yeah.
Okay.
And I think they did progressively get worse as they went
What,
on.
the Ice Ages or
the Land Before Times?
Okay.
But I think something about the Land Before Time, and I think it goes with probably quite a few like childhood films, is that it has a really like emotional, hard-hitting part in it that really gets you, and is very, very emotional. And you don't expect something like that in a kids' film, but it's kind of like similar to like All Dogs Go to Heaven. That really like heart-wrenching stuff, but it doesn't detract from the fact that it is a really good film.
But I feel like kids' films from the 80s, early 90s and stuff, they were always really quite dark anyway. I miss that. Actually.
Yeah.
There's very, very few kids' films.
It's all a lot
these
more
days.
light-hearted now, isn't it?
Yeah, I know there's some great kids' films out there now that are more recent, things like Coraline and stuff like that do lead into a slightly creepier or just like heavier themes. But I'll definitely. Do you remember how you first saw it? Was it video or
VHS?
video?
Yeah.
VHS.
Yeah, I had it on VHS.
Was it something you owned, or did you watch it?
No, I owned it.
You owned it.
Of course, I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was.
That's cool.
It was basically my rebound film, because I'd get up every day and I'd watch Jurassic Park. Be absolutely scared out of my mind, and then I'd take that out and I'd put The Land Before Time in, and yes, it was still quite hard hitting and scary at times, but it was a lot more light-hearted for me and a bit more like, oh, okay, yeah, there are nice dinosaurs in this world that aren't trying to kill and eat everyone.
Yeah. So were they kind of like your two very like young formative
Yes, yeah,
kind of films
really,
for you?
yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
nice one.
definitely. So, what about you? What is your favourite?
So For me, I've gone for a film, something that I know you really want to watch, but you haven't got around to yet. I think this is a genre as a whole that you're really keen to dive into, which is
I think I
anime.
know where you're going. Yeah.
So it's I would probably go as far as say maybe like this is the Godfather of anime, away from your Studio Ghibli's and stuff. But it's a film called Akira.
I have heard of it. Yes, it is on my watch list.
Yeah, and it's a very iconic film, referenced by many other directors, including Steven Spielberg, Jordan Peele, and loads of other people. And
because wasn't it part of that was used in Jordan Peele's latest film?
yes, so in Nope,
that's it.
there's a bike drift shot where she kind of drifts center screen and goes back, which he directly took, which was really funny because I saw an interview of a guy. I don't think he had mentioned it, Jordan Peele, and the guy just said to him like, "I saw what you did with Akira," and Jordan Peele was like, "Yeah, you saw it." And then obviously in Ready Player One, in the incredible race sequence,
she rides the bike.
The bike. Gosh, where to start with Akira? Akira is a post-apocalyptic world, dystopian world, and there is a experiment going on where they are kidnapping young adults from biker gangs and essentially making them psychic. But they also kind of like become psychotic with that.
Right.
There is an endless amount of themes in it. The science fiction is, you kind of have to see it. You do follow a central character who is looking for his fellow bike gang member, and so is on the journey to discover what is going on. But there are some animated sequences in this film that will stick with me for life.
Wow.
The score is incredible, incredible, and it's the amount of artists that actually worked on this film. I think possibly to this day it's the most amount of hand-drawn artists for a film.
Amazing.
Correct me if I'm wrong, please. But this is a sensational film, and not one that's overly easy to explain. But please do watch it. If you can, buy the 4K version of it, which is like probably one of the best pictures I've seen of a 4K remaster. It is phenomenal. It is such an incredible
Well, you've
film.
definitely sold it to me.
Please do watch it and make your own mind up with it. I had a bit of a journey with it actually when I first saw it. When I first got into anime, so I'd say probably about like, I don't know, maybe 20 years ago now, I'd say. It was one of the first ones I watched. And I wouldn't necessarily recommend it to those new to anime because it's heavy and a lot of it is kind of ambiguous, even though you have got to kind of piece things together yourself, even though there is a linear story in it. But it's pretty heavy with regards to its depiction of science fiction. But when I first saw it, it just kind of went over my head. Like I thought, this is really pretty and cool. I don't know if I love it, and then it wasn't until like probably my early 20s maybe where I was like, whoa, this
you appreciate it
is
more,
a
don't you?
masterpiece. And let us know in the comments if there's any of those films that kind of at one point you watched and either you didn't appreciate as later on, or even that you just totally flip-flopped on, like you hated a film, you thought it was a pile of crap, and then actually later on, for whatever reason, be it you
I think
know,
there's people are going to have loads of those. I know.
yeah, you going on a journey and then meeting it at a better time in your life or whatever. Because very often I find those stories when I speak to other film fans like really interesting.
Yeah.
For those of you who can get hung up on that stuff, don't be ashamed to change your mind on stuff and keep open minded and try not to be too tribal when it comes to your opinion on films, because I promise you, your opinions will change over time. And we do that a lot, actually. We
do.
When we speak, if we talk about it, we might kind of say to each other, no, actually, it touched me in this way. And then we might say, all right, I'll revisit it.
Yeah, I'll give it another go.
I'll have a look from that perspective. And just...
you never know, we might help change your opinion on something.
Who knows? And also help change our opinion.
Yeah,
on things.
please do.
like his opinion on Hell Comes to Frogtown. And on that note, we will. You love it.
I don't.
So on that note, we'll end the. You gonna buy it?
No.
Okay, so well done. We will end it there. And
thanks for watching or listening.
Yeah, please do join us next week.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed this first episode. And obviously we plan to bring you plenty more. Again, from Rock and Remy, thank you so much. Hit that like button, subscribe, and give us a 5-star review.
Please.
Even if you hate it, you can say, this is the worst podcast I've ever seen / heard. 5 stars.
Please.
So, there you go.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers. Have a good one.
See you next time.
See you later.